I don't look at myself as Iranian or American. I feel myself as a person that wants to survive under any circumstances until I'm dead.
What it means to be an American is freedom.
I don't believe the American dream.
I think it is hard to be an Asian in America today.
Your Fellow Americans is a project asking questions about race, immigration, and the American dream. We're just trying to figure out what it means to be American for as many different folks as possible. Kian Shafé immigrated from Iran in the 1950s. Every Sunday, Kian and his wife Judy have their children and grandchildren over for dinner. In February of 2014, we joined them around the table to hear their thoughts on race, immigration, and the American dream.
It's just more difficult today.
Guys, I'm going to tell you something about difficult. Nothing is difficult if you put your mind to it. I was telling these people today that at the airport in Tulsa, the Indian was sitting 10 feet from me, never spoke a word of English for an hour, until somebody came and asked him a question. He spoke very good English to the guy. I said, if he can talk, so can I. I got to work harder to learn English, because I thought that they're going to kick me out of the country because I can't speak English. I did. I worked hard. 6 months later, I was able to speak English very well. Why did I come to this country? Very simple. There was so much interest in every person I met in Iran when I was growing up that the United States is a good country. They really loved the country. Before I came here, when you talk to people back in Iran, they told me, they normally said that you can find gold in the streets in America. I thought that physically they would literally find gold, but when I came here, there was none. But I'll tell you this, what they were saying was true. This country is full of opportunities, has been and will be for years to come. There are golds in the streets, but you got to work at it. You got to go look for it. Typical office, it's mainly accounting, accounts payable. I started it as not-for-profit. I'm the founder of the hospice. I had nothing to do with it during this past 23 years. 2 years ago, we had a little problem in here with the management, so we had to come in and change management. I have put in a lot of money here. I've put in a lot of time here. It's not that easy being in business in this country sometimes. It is a country full of opportunities. You take advantage, you become somebody, then all of a sudden recession comes. I went through 3 recessions. I survived all of them except this last one. So, at one time I had 600 employees, 11 companies. Every one of them I started from scratch. When I went to get married, I had $40 in my pocket. Never had any inheritance, nothing.
My father came to this country in the early 50s with a handful of money in his pocket, and he didn't know the language. And at that time, he was able to make it in this country. And, you know, I don't know whether the work ethic was more DNA or more cultural.
Before we got married, the preacher asked us to meet with him. And the question he asked me was, what are you going to teach your children as far as religion? Now, I wanted to tell him none of your damn business, but I decided not to and tell him exactly how I feel. I said, if I am in a community that is Jewish, I will handle myself as a Jewish. If I am in South America among the dark-skinned people, I'll become one of them. I will have my children raised to be what the community allows them to be, whatever that might be. That's exactly how I've done it.
With that perspective, do you feel like you've sacrificed any of your heritage?
No. My heritage is, if it's good, I carry it. My heritage is be a family man. My family, I keep them close. I call them every Sunday. They come over here, we eat. Those are culture that I enjoy. I keep those. There are cultures that I don't enjoy. I never practice it. We are men of reason. Men of reason logically arrive at what's right, what's wrong. You don't have to have anybody
to tell you what's right, what's wrong. So I really don't have any problem.
My dad came. Scott, Casper, Jeremy, my dad.
Kian willingly adapted his identity to fit his situation. Is that inauthentic, or is it necessary? Can we fully embrace our heritage and still be successful in this country? Comment below or visit kcpt.org/yourfellowamericans.